Hey, this your happy hood statter. I made a live a few minutes ago on my way home. And the reason I made that live is because I was getting a lot of phone calls from family members. I've been called names as late as today from family members. I've been getting text messages from everybody telling me that it's going to be a food shortage. Stock up on food because the people at the ports are going on strike tomorrow on the East Coast, Gulf of Mexico. I've been getting text messages all day long about what is happening on the East Coast with these dock workers in terms of going on strike, right? Mind you, these text messages been coming out all day, and I knew about this months ago. The same people sending me text messages ain't doing nothing but saying, girl, you was right. I'm getting phone calls to say, girl, I should have listened to you. A few months back, I heard that Walmart was purchasing a lot of food and goods from India and China ahead of a dock worker strike, a potential strike that's supposed to take place um 12 o'clock midnight tonight, which will be what, October 1st? Just right there, October the 1st. And I've been telling people about it, but ain't nobody want to listen to me. Nobody paid me no mind. It was one of those things where, what, girl, for real? That type of thing while you twiddling on your phone or twiddling your hair or being nosy, looking over there, whatever you doing. Nobody wanted to listen to me. So time went by. So I received a text message this morning, and the text messages that's going around has a long list of supplies that you should buy. So of course, there's gonna be a store run tomorrow. I got off the phone with people say, girl, I'm getting up tomorrow. I'm going to Costco's. I feel sorry for the people who work at Costco's. I feel sorry for the people who work at grocery stores and other stores where you can get toilet paper and supplies. Here we go again with this foolishness. You know what? This remind me of musical chairs. You know, people get up and they walk around these chairs and they walk around these chairs. And when the music go out, whoever sit down get in a seat. Y'all remember that game, musical chairs. That's what this remind me of. Don't nobody listen. And when the music go out, everybody want to try to get a seat. So this is what it looked like to me. Everybody get ready to run around. So my aunt called me tonight and she said, girl, you said it. You said it to the day. I just went by what Walmart said. I went by what they knew, the information that they had when I first heard it and heard they was ordering all this stuff from China and India, right? So if Walmart doing something like that, I'd be damned if I ain't gonna be falling behind them. Because if Walmart is concerned about not getting supplies, I better be concerned about not getting supplies because I go to Walmart to get my stuff. So when they said that there was a potential dock worker strike that was going to take place on the East Coast, September the 30th will be that last hour, I'm following their lead. Baby, you ain't got to go get stuff for me, baby. I'm going to get my own stuff. Y'all go ahead and get your stuff, but I'm going Walmart. I hear you, and I'm going to follow your lead, right? Nobody wanted to listen to me. I called somebody this morning. When I got those text messages, I was taking my kids to school, and I was trying to tell this person about what was happening. This is somebody who just don't listen. This is somebody that's close to me. And you know what? Halfway through the conversation, they stopped me. They said, you know what? It's early in the morning, and they told me I was being negative because I was relaying information to them so that they can get what they need and get ahead of this, even if it was just today. Because there's going to be a run on supplies and things tomorrow. Believe it, it's going to be a run. You got tomorrow's the first of the month. People receive benefits and welfare checks and food stamps and stuff like that. People receive those benefits. Tomorrow is the first of the month. Rent is due. And what's left, people will take that and go try and buy some of the stuff that they need because they listening, right? People listening. So let me say this. I don't care how many food stamps you get. I don't care how much money you got. If it ain't nothing for you to go buy, you short. If you can't spend that money on things you need, that money ain't going to do you no good. So you got people who can afford to go out tomorrow and get the stuff that they need. You got people who can afford to get damn near everything they need. And then you got people who get monthly benefits, which come out tomorrow, that only can get a few items. But you know what? You didn't want to listen. You did not want to listen. You didn't want to listen when I told you, and I don't know who I'm talking to, but what I do know is you didn't want to listen. You didn't want to go with me to Rhode Island Avenue to that church, Mount Calvary, and stand in that line and get that free food, them cans of salmon. If I wasn't tired and laying down, I'd get up and show you. You didn't want to get up and go get that free applesauce at the food bank. You didn't want to get up and go to Bread for the City and get some of the canned goods because you got your food stamps and you can go buy them steaks and things and get all that stuff you need. You ain't want to go because your pride was in the side. You had them little lashes on and them heels and that Louis Vuitton park. Baby, I had MCM. I stood in that line. They ain't question me. But you want to complain about the Spanish people. I ain't talking about them Venezuelans. I'm talking about the ones that been here. You want to complain about the Asian people being in line and getting all that food. But ain't no sign saying you can't get in that line. You just ain't in the line. So don't talk about what everybody else doing and be all of them people, but they minding their business. Don't talk about what they doing or what they was doing, and yet you ain't in the line, and now tomorrow you going to go to the store. Your check don't come out on the 3rd, but the toilet paper been gone since the 2nd. See, you got to wait on your money. That's why it's important to mind your business. When you mind your business, you get more done. Them Spanish people that was in that line, they got what they need to last them. So stay out of people's business and do what you need to do to get what you need to get. I ain't going to tell my business because you know why? I live in the hood. And I done already had problems in the hood. They just changed my door the other day. They just changed my door. I ain't going to tell you why they changed my door, but they took 3 years to change my door. So let me tell you, I heard this person on YouTube. I ain't been on YouTube in a long time, y'all. I was up trying to do garden and plant seeds and process quail. I was raising it all that. Y'all can go back and look at all that foolishness all y'all want. But listen, let me tell you something. I stopped being on YouTube for a long time because making these videos and holding the camera and showing everything and cutting and going on all these different little programs and trying to edit, child, that was taking too much of my time. Life was serious for me. You know what I was doing? I was watching YouTube and I was getting stuff done, right? Because although I live in the hood, I tried to make provisions for me to have somewhere to go just in case stuff happened. Although I live in the hood, God blessed me to get what I was looking for all this time when people try to discourage me that I couldn't have what I thought what I wanted. Right? I was blessed. Sometimes you got to get certain people out your life so you can receive the blessings that God got for you. Because everybody don't deserve what God got for you. They can't even be around you. Right? They can't even smell the blessing that God got for you. So once that happened, right? And I'm going to tell a lot of my story. I'm going to do a lot of filling in later. But I ain't got time. I'm really just concerned about the people who hard-headed. Right? The weatherman tell you to go out there. It's going to rain. He predict the weather. You carry an umbrella. But the people tell you the dock workers going on strike, but you do nothing. Come on. Stop. Come on now. You do nothing. You know what you do? You said, mm-hmm. Hey, Michelle. Oh, I can see people now. Paul Espinoza. 3 years just to change one. Yes, indeed. But let me tell you something. That 3 years to change one door. They did. They took 3 years to change one door. They took 3 years to change one door. And I'm going to share photos and I'm going to show you why they changed my door. And the reason why they had to change my door is the reason I tell women that if you live by yourself and you live in a house, you're a widow, you're single, you're divorced, you're alone, you got children. The reason they had to change my door is the reason that I tell everybody to make sure that you're okay when you by yourself, because you can't take on what's out there. So you got to have yourself together and ready. That's why my door was changed. Because you know why? I got the memo, right? Now there's a 7-month or more processing time. This the last hour, y'all. Everybody running now. LaMonica, hey, tell me how to do this. Help me do that. Teach me. I can make so much money, right? But I ain't got time right now. You know what I mean? People tell me to teach them what I know. I ain't got time, boo. I was a gift to you when I was trying to share with you what it was I was doing, and I could have did it with you. But now it's the last hour. You got to make your Costco run, baby. I'll be sitting here watching you through the television. You got to make that run. But see, people don't want to listen. And it's, ain't nothing I can do about that. Ain't nothing I can do about that. Love you, Michelle. Michelle, I don't know where you stand with all this, but I'll tell you one thing. Tomorrow, they could come to an agreement. Next week, they can come to an agreement. I don't know. 1 week will push this thing back far. People are losing their job. There's multiple things happening all at once. People are losing their job. The people on the circulator bus in Washington, D.C., 90 people losing jobs. People at that dock, truckers, they ain't got no business. Somebody got to go home. This is the holiday season. People losing their jobs. People losing their jobs to AI. People losing their jobs. And you know what's going to happen when people keep losing their jobs? They're going to lose their mind. And where you going to be? Are you going to be in their way? Are you going to have something that they want? Are they going to come take from you what they need? They just might. They just might. So, I don't know where people are mentally. I don't know where they are physically. I got me some $5 dumbbells in here from 5 and below, different weights. You can't go out and exercise because it's not safe out there. You got to have something in your home that you can do and use just to keep your body and just keep your range of motion intact. So it's just so many different things. Like, I got a mouthful to say. I don't even know where to start. I'm just tripping off the fact that this is the last hour. And I got phone calls saying, well, girl, I'm going to go out here to Walmart tomorrow. I'm sorry, Costco's tomorrow. Tomorrow, the 1st of the month. So these people going to be out there with people who normally get checks. Where I live at, people get checks, and you can tell when it's the 1st because it's crowded. It's usually crowded at downtown locker room. If I catch downtown locker room tomorrow, a new shoe come out and that line be wrapped around the corner, honey, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. They'll buy a tennis shoe, but they won't buy food. They'll buy a tennis shoe, but they won't get a candle when the lights go out. They ain't got nothing they can't see. But you know what? I hope y'all be safe on that Costco run tomorrow. I hope y'all don't get in no fights. I hope you don't get locked up, knocked down, trampled over. I pray that you don't struggle over a roll of toilet paper or paper towels tomorrow with nobody. And I hope everything is well with y'all out there. But gotta put your pride aside. Anybody having babies, make sure you get what you need in terms of milk. Make sure you get something in terms of, to use for if you don't have any electricity. Make sure you get another source of power, another source of a way to cook food if you can. Make sure that you're safe in your home. Got smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors and things like that. Make sure you teach yourself how to, defend yourself in situations where you might be attacked. I don't know, but I hope that, people making videos right now, talking about everything that they've done. They talking about this worker strike. And I just never thought that I'll see the day where I can sit back and say, I told you so. And I'm talking to all the people who I'm talking to. The people who I'm talking to is all everybody who called me today to tell me, girl, you was right. I didn't know for sure. But remember, if the weatherman predicts the weather and say that it's going to rain and rain is in the forecast, God damn it, I'm taking an umbrella. I don't know about you, but I like to listen and pay attention, and I like to be prepared. So if you're not prepared, if you wasn't prepared and you didn't pay attention and you played that musical chairs and everybody sit down getting a seat and you left out in the cold, maybe you need to rethink some things. Let's hope this thing don't take off. Let's hope at the last hour that things can be worked out. And let's hope if it does happen that it don't continue to the point that people suffer and starve. Because at the end of the day, I would hate to see that. I love all humankind, all mankind, and I would love to see everybody prosper and thrive. Have a good night. Um, Put your boxing shoes on because if you got to go out the mall and all these text messages that went around to everybody today, giving them a long list of what to stock up on, you got to do stuff that's going to be beneficial to your family. I pray you don't get in no trouble out there tomorrow and y'all stay safe.